please tell us your name?
Amalagi Ming Songrona.
Ngala chuchuku ngala adhe. Ama Adhe.
When I was younger, I used to be called as Adhe, and now that I'm older, I'm called Ama Adhe.
Thank you. His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record your experiences so that we can share your memories with many generations of Tibetans, the Chinese, and the rest of the world. Your memories will help us to document the true history, culture, and beliefs of the Tibetan people. Do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
Kongsa chogi nganzu la kalo peba nang shins, ane nganzu ki amalagi mizi nyamnyo nguyu chungpa lugyu dunzu ane tizu chigi yore la. Ane lugyu dine pe mi mira mangbo ta ane gyarik. Ma sebe zambulingi ane mimangi siyu la shagi yore. Ane lugyu dine pe ki gerab tan rishu nguyu kento kari imedi haku yore sra. Ane di cheza thari nganzu pe ki ngagyun gerab legul dinala ya amalagi nganzu la chokchen nangi yonas.
Teni nga tuji cheze yize nga mienne nga magelo jaje nga mashakul nga kecha ndra shesa ron nga pegamo yoze karire zena nga to nike pela dupo tanda de nyoshi ore teni nga ta shipo de tsaza nga ropa kanga jamu so de setare nga tempo no lonyo ko ta de nduti dunga tsoche nga chero so de shesa ron
Thank you very much. I feel that I'm 84 years old, and before my death, I'm very happy that I'm able to tell this story about the sufferings of the people in Tibet, and also this story is on behalf of my friends who have died, because I was 27 years in prison, and since I knew that I would be able to tell my story today, I'm really very happy, and last night when I couldn't sleep, I felt very, very happy.
Thank you. Thank you for offering to share your story with us. During this interview, if you wish to take a break or stop at any time, please let me know. If you do not wish to answer a question or talk about something, let me know.
Tiwa jiglaya len gyöndu menge dinde yona ani sungshana digi yores. Tiwa jiglaya len gyöndu menge tiwa dinde yoba yina ani gyöndu me sungna digi resa. Okay.
If this interview was shown in Tibet or China or anywhere in the world, would this be a problem for you?
The Tarin Tiwa Tilen Cheshabe Lugu Dinganzu, Pö Yimba Yeneri, Gana Yimba Yeneri, Zambulin Kavala Tempe Yenege, and Amla Kali can take rest.
Kalechemeti, Natini, Zombelil, Lamine, Jacotogano Tizi, Jamukroto, Jotepatu, Shezi, Gata Chicken, can't go jail, Maresi, Jamukoto, Bell Dupot and a new show, Nato, Nene.
There'll be no problem at all.
Okay.
In fact, I have visited 10 countries and I have spoken about my story right in front of the Chinese. Okay. And so you should have no doubt that I will face any problems.
Okay. We are honored to record your story and appreciate your participation in this project.
Ani nganzu tharing amalagi lugyu di sungba dilaya nganzu pe masigin tuji cheshuya insa.
Na jamu gdu anjom to menki tsadri admuti o maria oksi khelala ji a.
All right. Yes. Amala, can we use your real name for this project, or do you wish to use a pseudonym?
Tharing nganzu gi legul dilaya amalagi Ming ngoma di peju tangna digriwe ya ming jibu gyab goya dinde yona sigdo.
Ngal tani zama gumlo gi na demba deto ngal kanda yena tanda shia na ngal topa gumeze na gamu yoze.
I don't need anything false. I'll only speak the truth, and I need the
Okay.
truth.
Okay, very good. Did you find out? Okay. So, let us begin by talking about your early days. Can you tell us where were you born and who was in your family? Where were you born, and which people were in your family?
다 당고 고추에 디 아말라 충두간에기 루균에 고추기 있어. 아니 아말라기 충유디 가바레서.
나 주위도 나 파이 주상하는 계상마다 요리에서 다다 사자 컬고 사자 요리에서 그래. 되니 나리나 되니 얘네 그 다다 나그 그바 찌노를 맞다 다다 아메리카로 자리를 못해. 어떤 아니 찌파레 된다 그 사자들은 이래지.
My birthplace is called Nyarong in Kham, and Gyori Rinpoche, who lives in America, is also from my village.
I see. Okay. And what was your father's work in Tibet and your mother's work?
아말라기 빨라다 아말라니 별을 주베까블레 차례 가리난기 열에서.
pala tani nga tani amala pala tani pala la doje rati zeres amala sunu dema zeres tani nga soyena tani tanda ge chopo tani pembo kro mareze mala dupo tani kanga yonke mareze ropa ipa tani deki Zuki kanga menki gutenda
My father's name was Doji Rabdin and my mother was Sonam Donga. We were not extremely wealthy family, nor were we from the aristocracy. We were nomads and we had no problems whatsoever.
Can you please describe some of your memories of your childhood as a little girl growing up in Tibet?
아니 아말라 공로 춘주 인두간에 범무 춘주 진백갑래야 다 단다 변알이야 살롱 낭두간에 디갑기 텐수 가르드웨사
나 추추 그 나서 배드 간다 일르제는 나서 배바드 영어는 못 지고 뭐세레 넘바레제 나서 치교교 제 되니 로요레제 나서 잠보요 말이 나서 배를 토토요 나서 러더니 서서를 대기 저 되니 치제 되니 얘네 그 돈에 그 쩌부 나서 파이드 사자 쩌부 일을 너를 쪼쪼 너를 너도 못 보여서 포르 놀 로판디 된다 나서 걸 잠요 말에도 나서 배바트 릴로세 쩌부 저 로고타 대치 좋아더니 된다 누사로 되니 같이 해서래세
When I was a child in Tibet, we were the subjects of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all Tibetans were Buddhists, and we had freedom. There were no Chinese, and all Tibetans had their own rights, and we led a very happy and contented life, and the surroundings were beautiful, and there were many wild animals, and nomads lived there, and there were no Chinese at all.
I see. Religious practices that you remember doing as a child?
아무라 보고 임베 갑래야 아주 추어든데 가르가른 낭요래
되니 나 치추꾸로 당가서 넘바래야 되니 파마 그더니 치제는 셔보거라 치마제는 두포이로 나서 장아름 보체 되니 삐또 이로 된다 나서 되니 모보 나서 안전노 셰래야 되니 나서 추추 그니 치제야 되니 어머 제테마 데마 쪼쪼 근데 되니 gem발 거라죠 치쪼쪼제 되니 치마제 그 야로 다 되니 따주가 빼 된다 그 뜻이 참모지 이래 법판나지 이래 나더니 그 마그제 허루 부모래야 범마래야 nga tenda个따주기래 야로저기래 치제기래 되니 되디 소소로 보모 ngaso 되니 니네 그 쩌보이래 로타 되니 서 잠메르 빼 쩌보자 nga루 그더니 마체다 파마고 된다 쩌보자 ngaso 배바 터치 된다 젠드즈레제
We were all Buddhists in Tibet, and my parents would teach me about the Buddha Dharma and also about our leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. and I was taught to say my Tara prayers, and I used to circumambulate the temples. And while we were not doing that, there used to be dancing, there used to be horse riding, and I was like a tomboy, riding horses. And people would tell me, are you not a girl? Are you a boy? It was a very happy, contented life, and it was like so for all the Tibetans because there were no Chinese then.
There were no Chinese. And when did that life begin to change, Amala?
Kanana amla number so kiwshu chinita bönala chungdugane shu de yorwala. Any mitzi di kadu gyua droswe.
Teni chipo za tenda za teni nga so dechi zo peba te rogo ta yodil teni jam so hoshi kal hetize teni mesanga ja tenda ko teni jam nga so pel tenda ko teni jam mo pol heti teni jam so kanda ze no nga so la cha di sha o chero so la teni mo te to ko rompa jenke to da chero so la shivo to ko so ko yopo chel yize 보모 다야 제 니니 근데나 지오래 또 뭐보 내바트래 니니 추추 뻐거데 가도치를 잠 요포래 내바 요포래 되래 니니 파마로 통보제 그에 안더솔 야야 문두아 안더솔 따제 마토는 안더솔 야야 문두제 된다 시에더지.
So while we were leading this very happy life, the Chinese arrived. There were many Chinese who came there, and they lied to us, saying that Mao Zedong had sent them to help us. And they gave us Thayan, which is a round silver coin. They gifted these, and then children used to say, the Chinese are so good, while the older parents said, we don't think they are good people.
Right. Amala, what is the first memory you have with your own eyes where you saw the Chinese?
Amla rangi migi ta jemi thoya jiorwa jengi siba jiorwa di khadu yeme amla tensu duesa
Rison du je tapu ndazo hoshi ka jamusul hegulre 시타 체 파마가 펄 근데 자꾸 자무소 쳐서신 것다 어떤데서 자무소를 시건데 더 다르랑아 되건데 더 보고를 자무소도 니가 송마요 말이야 되니 시엔노 참모도 된다 해티라 되니 그래서 그 짜디시야 시보도 그 커서 배발 가모요 달릴라말 가모요 제가솔 된다지 되니 가소는 얘네 이상 그 가모지 다야 제도 그 가소 그 빨라 그제 너 솔요야 만두 조망아 솔 간다 제하 고그 만두아 너 소그 짜디 모보 시에도 되니 뭐디야 되지 시에래.
Yes, I do remember. The Chinese arrived suddenly, and as a child, I was very scared. And I remember peeping out from behind my parents to see what the Chinese were like, because they were not there earlier and we had never seen them, and I was really scared. And then, of course, they lied to us, saying that they, liked the Tibetans, they liked His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and we believed them, and they were also giving us the Thayan. But my pala, he was very suspicious.
I see. Were the Chinese, when you first saw them, were they wearing uniforms, or were there many of them, or a few? What was that like?
Amlagi gemi thangbo sidu gane gemi dunzu makche te ta dikche khondwe and gemi mangbo dwe khande rabuchi gredwes
게 치가 도치 거금은 되지.
la
치가 찌야 거금은 되지. 게 도치 거금은 되 작게 저래야. 나서 때나 요 말이야. 되니 뭐 빨라 그제 너 솔로야 만두아. 되니 이제 된다 그거. 되니 커서 어제 누에 달로 차지 누 차례. 되니 잠수 간다 제드제노. 다 체로서 찌 너트 카사제. 달릴라마 야포 마레제. 달릴라마 그 치제야도 럼보체도 게시제 그 되니 치제야도 너트 카사제. 치제 뭐초 단 전벌리를 치와 말에 다 체로서 그 되니 다 치제야도 뭐니 달릴라마를 먹고도 기제리 내가서 점아요 가서 배릴 로세도 배빨릴 로세도 잠을 먹고도 커 안도니 먹고도 가서 달릴라마를 두포레제는 캐멀리랴 Deni ngaso gino deni be tache de deni chito tyo gse tak tulres.
We couldn't understand a word of what the Chinese spoke because they were speaking in Chinese. And my father said, that these people were up to no good. And then after a few years, they told us, you people have made a mistake because His Holiness the Dalai Lama has said that you must practice the dharma, and that is not very good. And then you have to stop practicing the dharma as well as oppose His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And when they said that, people did not accept that. And then every Tibetan rose against the Chinese. And then after that, there was, people had to flee.
Right. Amla, when you were a young girl, little girl, what did you understand by the Dharma? What did that mean? What is the Dharma?
Amla konglu chunju imbe kabla rwa tanganzu nangba sangye be chue ji yorwa amla chue di khande jik chogu yosa nangba sangye
nga chuchukolo nomba chide yino deni nga phamani gde deni chijene deni chobogoya deni gembala kora joya deni lakte so mobonji ya deni thanchele chil tanda nga pe yecheyo deni ngarugino chuchukuni deni ngal demal ho nga yeke mashino omujete mate deni demate deni ngarugu chije korandro deni lagunondro lajeji deni pe ngachil gamu danda nga chuchukuni danda yize.
As a child, I loved practicing the Dharma because my parents, they taught me that, practicing the Dharma would give me a good life. And then, though I was not educated, I learned to recite the Tara prayers, and then I used to circumambulate the temples.
Okay. Can you remember any of the Tara prayers that you used to recite?
amla tat ngema di kableya drama kyo yorwa la tanda kyo drama di kyo ya ta jigi yo marwa tan tenso yorwa khari khari kyo gi yume ngema drama anda ngema drama kyo yorwa la drama gi shendu yorwa di tanda amala gi kengi yube la ge
ngama chuchu kuni deni drama tende jit ta tuni ngak tatala nga drama toni chemena dishus
so
ngaru solonke drama yi so nga jacha de jarumbo che da drama ni nga yichi yose.
The Tara prayers that I used to recite as a child, I still continue to recite those prayers, and I believe that it was the goddess Tara and His Holiness the Dalai Lama who saved me, and they were my saviors. I have 100% belief in that.
Right. Are the Tara prayers very long or are they short?
And that drama di ringbu yore tindi yore sa dembadi.
Drama rumbo yore. The Timare drama hozo drama hakore re drama dejete. That drama tutu nga jenkonon rodin de chomaria. Dini tanga tutu de shu. That drama shere.
Drama ringbu dingu yore tindi dingu yore.
Chichi de shu jepat de ta tanga cheno de shu. Ngamala teni tanda ge jamu ge yusal jenkonon rodin de chomaria.
Didi drama tindi dingu yore.
Didi ana samba no la teni ngaru de andur mas kangi chomare. Jenkonon rodin.
Dharma prayer is long, and there is also a short form. But when I was in the prison, we were not allowed, of course, to recite the Tara prayers, and I used to say it in my heart because we couldn't move our lips.
Right. Would it be possible for her to say that short Dharma prayer for us?
And tanda Dharma tindin jiorwala di tanda jik sungro nangsa, gyoro nangsa.
Potalara nechone di jaga hendruma. Gopami je golaje disoso jen chelema dema khoji jesoso thada lamo jobaji khaji pomo la de papa kala donze ma drama ya la shanta lo de 223.
Yes, that is the short version.
Can you translate? No. Okay. Difficult. So, after the Chinese came, what year was that? Do you remember when you first saw them come to your region?
Kemi tangbo amlagi lungbe na la ledu gane amla dedu gane chikdong gugya khaju jina tensu yodo
Didi danga su pepa de kapare tse mishi de masere. Nga tenda ja tata nga su sasala sashore nga gare. Nga su peka sashore nga Put leto tsoso the gin richa manchi golo seta tsoso ngogo zotila nga tru nga de nga jelo matsa nga to khate lo teni mato teni lhaung kede jakanya le tri and roger rozere de mai te mana se thazere teni lhaung kede tenko no nya den rore tetil re nga so nga tru nga de nga jelo teni nga to thanche pat leto tsoso the gin richa manchi teni pat golo seta tsoso thanche do ta childra teni jamto khate lo ada teni tazidre da nga so pepa nyum nyunyure.
So it was in 1959 that Lhasa fell, but it was 1956, 57, and 58 that the Chinese arrived in Golok, Serta, and Lithang side, and they unitedly opposed the Chinese, and many people were killed, and many were also imprisoned during that time.
Pepa zena that chandra ze teninga so toche go ngogo dil ngaru yena kanda chezi zena ngaru roka ngaru mekan thuya to ngaru leya da ngashe yize the kanda yizena that toche to ta childra lonka godil ngaru kanda chezi zena ngaso cheme toche ngaso tenin toche to ta childra ateni chokate ka laka lonka godi cheme so khotol zayan thuya chiti ngaru mekan thuzi yize ngaru mekan thuya di she yize Yamaka Nankani Nodra Yoa. Nodra Ganoni Boyoa. Bokati, you would deal Maso, touch it, say what it, Maru Megan Tuesday, but Rungo touch it, truck, Majale, Gozel, truck, Majale, Rote Tendas in Puati, Jamaka Tendas, ye say it, the Nina Pepper Manura, or the knitting as mato, the knee that. Matonke new short Jakanya teacher Rosarese. The mother Maronke the Ganga says Hazard. The Handronke the Dingato Tenkono Tizi, Pengal Chogwana, Natanda Lekale, Tini, a Jamatola, Dendaga, Tingaton Tota Childra, Cheme, Tenda Lazy easy.
So when the Chinese first arrived, they told us how much they liked the Chinese and liked His Holiness the Dalai Lama. But then later, they were opposing what they said, so that's, my pala said, that's what I told you now, it's coming true. So I'm going to talk about what I saw and what I did. And what we did was all the women of our region, we united. And when the men went up the hill to block the Chinese routes, we women used to take food to them. And then the Chinese aeroplanes, they flew overhead and they bombed the place. And then they killed so many people that I saw with my own eyes. The snowy mountains were covered in blood. And Tibetans are very few in number, and some of them were able to flee to India, and some of us were imprisoned.
And some imprisoned. And Amala, were you married at this time when this happened?
Amla thanda di chungbe kaulaya amla chungsa gyun charwe.
Chosajo dedi ngate kurundo tin chosajo chare.
When I went to prison, I was already married.
I want to continue with prison, but first can we go back to how old were you when you got married and who did you marry?
Tanda zongangi lugu dila tajela geje tigin sirwa. Tangbo amala chungsa khatu gyön re ani sula chungsa gyön re sa.
Chosajoya deyo.
Lao.
Chosajoya da ngasoyo takayo po da telen sanda chojin kidure ta ana tata seti hako yo. Dilimen o khoso ge bare tenda sanda chogo patanda jon chosajo ngal pato to pomo yo je. Deni tanga so ngogo so gre jamu so hako nga kanduro le teni tulia 되니 ngaso 하산이야 라 뛴러지서 되 ngaso 너네 ngaso 티저토레 칼라노 두세 되니 하마거티 되니 로사 셔티 되니 nga pögö papa 되니 pögö pögö 니면서 nga 매제 되니 더더가 되니 띵아르 되니 커서 저 pögö 요나 pögö 타나 요 되니 깨매제 ngaso ng고 제지
I married a boy from a very good family called the Sandotsang, and I have one daughter and one son, and we had planned to flee to Lhasa then, but just before that, my husband's food was poisoned and he passed away, and leaving my children behind, the women of the region, united and worked together.
I see. And can you tell us what happened that your husband's food was poisoned by whom, and why would that happen to him?
Amlagi tanda pugupala yorwa kongi any kalalaya tulu ni serwa la di sengi sure any condition di tindi chungres
하고 만들지 칼로노를 세디 세일이 자먹 빼차트 거니 나톨 하사야 로지저야 되니 된다서 디 세하고 만들지
we do not know who it was that did it. The Chinese might have paid someone to do it because at that time we were planning to go to Lhasa.
And why were you going to go to Lhasa with your husband and two children?
Di kablaya amlada ani pugunida pugupala namba karichen Lhasa le pigi yoresa.
야마서 그 두포 제들라 커서 산다솔 하살 년자 못 보여래 디니 알을 쥐 하산 로소레지 로소 디니 야마서 하건로레지
The Sandotsang has many relatives in Lhasa, and at that time the Chinese were oppressing the people there, so that's why we planned to go to Lhasa, and the Chinese came to know about it.
So after your husband was poisoned, what was your reaction to that happening, and what did you do next?
And amla pugupala di kablaya tene thulu ni kemi gi se ro la di kablaya den de thong ro and amla sembe nalia an khari chowa chungso and di jel khari nang bes
디니 나솔 디니 뿌빠라를 거야다 다 나소 배바 턴체를 거제들에서 디니 나이는 컨트롤자 아코도 달리라마를 듣고 이제 달리라마를 거야 지면서 뭔가지 디가서 그 제메 초고 디니 코토를 디니 된다 그 레카제 디니 먹고제 디니 또체자 된다 시면서 제메 속 뭐세즈 말해제 디가서 제메 속 가도 아래
So well, I thought that whatever is happening to every Tibetan has happened to my husband, and the women we opposed and worked unitedly by taking food to the men, and of course we women were not able to really kill the Chinese.
Right. Tell us about that group of women. Were they your peers, and whose idea was it to take food to the men in the mountains, and who led that group?
Ta di kablaya kyoga tso riganglaya shuyorwala di kablaya kime tso rubru che ani kyoga tso liya khala kega to dinde chale nang yorwa di naya gi gotinge di suinasa
ngaru kutini ngaso tani tanda che ngaso tanda che da ngaso yena tini khoso yoya mandu da yan ronana dalilama la tini ngene ke gaya simus mandu ngaso chije ma chore rumbo che to geshi de dupo tanda che na da ngaso shena de hana tipareje de ngaso cheme so tanda ko sekhum phatije
amlagi gotinang re yes, I was the one who told all the women that nothing good is going to happen to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then we have no freedom of religion. So whether we die or whether we live is almost the same. So we must work unitedly.
Among the women in your community, in your village, what kind of woman were you considered to be compared to other women?
Ta di kablaya ta amla lungbe nalaya kime mangbu yorwa dinde nangne amla ya kime khande dawchiresa
tini tugno kime ngakki po mareze nganda mu boyo reze di ngaso yenen sondo sono ngaso dikka jore pese hucho pondra na kime mu boyo re dini ngaso tanche 그 dikka jo dini ngaso shongo ngaso adeni tatano so zonke no tel re nga to teni tanda ngogo zang ke no thache khaje rapa dini nga to kande de ta chobore chi de ta chobore rumbo che geshi de teni phala hoto chi je na ta khasa de teni hak te so de mala zo gemba che mala to teni nga to khunro teni sa de nga to number ya teni nga to yena cheme so ga tanda mase me to khosul to che tanda za yo po za na jam chol ne o de shi o to su nga so tanda jezi me nga cho cheme so menda ka khosul de sia mareze.
So it wasn't just me who was there, but there were many women who were very enthusiastic. And then we had meetings, and during the meetings, we decided that so we had to work for His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Buddha Dharma. And also, all the Rinpoches and the high geshes were not allowed to practice religion. So, and the monasteries were destroyed, idols were destroyed. So this angered us very much. And though the women did not actually take up arms to kill the Chinese, but we did our bit.
Amla, could you please describe a little bit how the monasteries were destroyed? We didn't hear that part of what you saw. Like, how did they destroy the monasteries, and what did you see them do, and what was the result of that? I want to hear what you personally saw.
Tanda nganzugi anda amlagi mageleya gomba thazan donzugi amigi toria di kor sungswal toriores tanda di amla khari si yume de nganzu tanda yapuchin dingen la khoma sonsra in amlagi si ni gomba thaza khande store sues
ta pe yana nga so ko teni kochobo ko dara yoria nga so pa kochobo teni handra mandra teni tanda zo 아니 커서 tanda 따라야 nga so shil jose tanda zo to kho anani che to hak eso de tana mala ja teni ngene drone ko teni ha ka kel nga so ge nga so beba ka hal anda ana le she de mo anda ge to ora te mala che pango ze le ji kho so nya teni hak eso de mala ja teni 모टा꼬리 자노말 컨덧 오야 마루 미그 투즈랴 오야 모타꼬리 세를 샬로 오고 데니다서 턴체데 모타노요 자노 컨덧 그것도 간다 제소를 미시 디 겜바제 뚜바서 데니 가서 2차 간저 띵저 요안돼야 somebody 같이 내고디 간저 띵저제는 가서 좀벨릴 배바 컨트롤도 간저 띵저 또또 2차제도 그거 매노말 쏴 척거노말 르 매케서 소제 땜바데 돈이 마당케서 야모 커르초거든요 마쇼와서 다니면서 턴체 던다 지에티 되니 쿤토사사 안거
For example, in the monasteries in Tibet, we had very huge idols, and these, and not, we had different kinds of deities, and they brought axes and then cut off here and cut off there, and then the idols had ornaments around the necks, which were pulled down and they were given to the poor, and then the idols they fell the idols down, and then parts of the idols, I saw with my own eyes being loaded into vehicles and taken to China, and these are precious statues, and then all the monasteries were emptied, and the holy scriptures called the Kangyur and Tengyur, they were burnt or thrown into rivers, and they destroyed the entire Buddha Dharma and wanted the Chinese communist ideology to flourish. So wouldn't you be angry?
Yes. I could understand why you would be angry. And also, when you said the monasteries were empty, where had the monks gone?
And di kablea ta gomba changma tongba sero wala and tabalama don't kawa pena
deni je rumbo je deni ngato trapa to mare geshi rumboche tengato tenkono chu tangaso lakani ngato sasho ne tonche se chandora ngato ta pejon ta tan soche chobu man chomo bo sa dono monso phalo ko thanche ta na shoze deni tachi deni tata da ganol nga ko ropa to deni nga to cheme ropa yo nga to nga ko ropa tata nga aja ko choka dal pema janchi zer ko to ngolo anda chinda chize ko lo phangke dere deni nga so dana 다 monso 따제 커솔 따제 어야 다 캐카시 그런 거지 커솔 따제 어야 커솔 먹고제 다 달릴라마 트쇼제 다다 트쇼제 시죠 서트야요노 아메리카 서트지오노 트쇼제 어야 다 트지면 들이 마세토야 이제 되니가니로 시에시에 또 가니 하나 이렇게 ana chenke ja ngal anda yeke nolo te khato ku chat du po jo no nga aya chokal anda ta ko mahre ma bu ku yeke to khatri ma se to je trenga tenda za
Gyamigi.
nga aya ku choka
Gyamigi.
jamuga tini ngani yena ana pomo tsuchi anda zo pomo ni tsu tenda 다 달릴라마 트쇼 ngani treya kayo 아메리카 서트죠 tre야면 ngani 선도 되게다 저다가 나 땡코노니 설쳐들 뭐시 봐도 꼭지 정거 예초 말에 된다서 되니 ngani 트지메 되니 커로서 예나니 꽝보요아 르레 야저죠 되니 ngani 트디 안다서 ngani 안다서 셔셔 선도 아자초 nga aja choka anu menda ni joti tana sedi ngal anal chota lebaze anan cheshu tini ngal ta taze keka sigro tize aya ta kontre tal drachena khosol ti ze tini momo thanchel chadoze kontre tal drachena ta doze ta tini cheme aja cheme soja yokur nga chema de leme nga kacha demba sheli cheme soja put balle to so digin de chema ngolo seto cheme soja nga to thando jano animal thati tinga jano mal thati
So all the geshes and the rinpoches were imprisoned, and after the killing happened, there's a very huge community hall which houses like tens of thousands of people, and then we were taken there, me and my sister's husband from the prison, and all the people were there, assembled there, and most of my women colleagues were also there. And then a poster was, put over our head. I don't know what was written on my poster, but on my brother-in-law's poster, it was in red. The poster was written in red, indicating that he was going to be executed that day, And then both of us were brought out from the prison, made to kneel there, and we couldn't raise our heads, and we knelt, bending there, and then the Chinese, they told us, now you go and bring His Holiness the Dalai Lama. You go and bring your foreign friends, whether it's Americans or anybody. Otherwise, we are going to execute you today. And then they shot my brother-in-law twice in the head, killing him, executing him, and then his blood splattered on my dress. And this is what really happened, and I'm speaking truthfully, honestly, of what I saw that day. And there were about 300 women from the Kham areas, and all of us were taken in the vehicle.
In the vehicle. Thank you, Marty. Do you want to jump?
Yes.
Please. What were the people's reactions to be put in that big hall and then to be marked as targets and taken away? How did people react to that?
Ta amlagi tanda ajagi kunda di tinte mimang ki leya ti yung roala and di kabla mimang tunzugi di situ gane khande dawu chigdo ta denge mangu doala
momo thanchel joma nga tenkono yal kore koso miche tu to anduzi komarana de joya manduzi 다른 가서를 되니 얘네 트론에 그 가니를 따가 따달릴라마 트쇼 달릴라마 트쇼들을 커서 파파 so the tournament of the Micha to and do the Dini, I think going Ayachoka Tanasieti, the Rumboche, Geshi, Gudrong, that Aja Numa, Motata, Ketty, Jamul, the Chopoto, the Chalawasa, Tokanolo Tijo, Atanolo Choti Jo. Geshi Lama Lapat, that's a needle under the Jojo. The need Lapat under the Kati Jojo, the Motano Jo. The need and a gog and solo and the Motak and under the Menda Kunki and I do. Then I'm going to Jacoda Papa and page Menda Chaboma, the Tanatu, Cotton Trunkin as so. Then I jo. The Nato Palun, the Motak Tony and as reg you. Dear Rumboche, the Geshi, the Dupo, Tandra, Cheti, Teni Hatin, Rodil, Nima, Tigal Lonkalangato Trati, Geshi, the Gulon Tombore, Rumboche, the Nene, Tony, Kaku, Teni, Jemba Ganga, Rumboche, Natata, Nashi, or the Nozato, Genore. You must still that your Chandra shoulder, that the Dunga. Then you Geshi Lama, then you also then you touch the Tenkuno Chandra, Jan under the then you Chokat and Dusa Kakare, Jemen Dusa Lokere, Geshi Lama Dusa Lokere, then you call Tenkuno Yoti and Kakado, Naso then you Dini. Mamachi Janwani Malchandoti, Ronyo Yunkeho, Geshi or Rumbuche, the Touchet and a shield petty.
Later, they told me that they sat there crying while we were brought out. There's, when we were told to bring His Holiness the Dalai Lama and others, they told us that they just sat there, shedding tears. And then, the Rinpoches, there was a Rinpoche and there was also a Geshe, and then all of us, we were handcuffed, two people were handcuffed together, and we were put in a huge Chinese transport trucks with, a hood, with a hood closed, and then there were two Chinese guards holding guns at us, and then we traveled one full day, and it was so difficult, and this Geshe and the Rinpoche were quite old, and I could see from their clothes, that they, urinated in their clothes, they suffered so much, and then we were taken to China, and the Rinpoches and the Geshes were put in one prison, the men in another, and the women in another, and then in that prison, the Rinpoche and the Geshe passed away.
Oh, I see. Sad story, horrible story. Amala, what prison were you taken to in China?
Amla tanda gyana chonga di kawala ina chonga min karina.
Deni Jankono Mala, Chandodi. Deni Nato Jano me to the Changshita, the Yaga Sajatala. Changshita, Nato Pebaganima, Goto Jabo, the Sajal Tutti, Deni Sakuto, Deni to the Drupa Mesa, Sakuto, the Nolo, Rungotobo, Tanati, Tanal Jo. This temper, Chachi temper, Ganga, the Tanalolo. Then you Jemes and Dusa Lokere, Chokan Dusa Lokere, Masu Jemes Soja, the Kubatano, then you Kuba Rere, Kuba Chopon, the Rere no Jotilo. Dear Rumboche, the Tocha Majeta, Tochet, Magi Hako you are. Magi Tapaki, then you Galas and then another Nola. At the morning and the shakes, Shukel, the Niju, Gunda, the Jadisha, at the Nikala, the Tekazo, Mageta Pachana, at the Galasha, and the Tuchari, under the Dondaka, and Jayam, and the Tanazili. That and the Loti ready, the Nene, Tronego, the Hati, the Shati Hat, and the Tanduka. Didn't know him, and as a under the catado, Nala Tocha or the Teru, Nala Tini, Tronego, ngala chadaliru ke jo me te Dalai Lama be tong ke te ne sheke te mas mandu paji te ngal ndana gishiu pama lambe ngal ndana gishiu ke jo me ta nga kur 근데 에나요를 nga 치즈 조를 nga 나시 홍거 강가 안다서 해 안다서 가서 자지 홍거들 홍거 어떤 거하다 어떤 안다서 홍거 거하다 자카 어차피다 안다서 거하다 자고 홍거 자차들 고지마디 대 어떤 둘러는 자야만 돼 이제는 뭐지 되네 꼼보 저 되네 ngaruka ta shareko ta yarbochi jit dema danda gishiu ta shareko denye anda so wa tonduko ana tijan tana tijo tar ho chije ho ganda ho mishi ko somebody ganda duna yon dada dui kancho yo ho to shiete te kyadere 그죠요. 네, 나 마샬 하세요. 네네, 그러네. 여름 보시고 하고, 나 여름 보시고 그지. 나 때니 데마도 여름 보시니 나 소설팀 너무 소자다. 나 도도시 러소고 놀러 너무 소자다. 시설인데 코바그 joshul 파파요 파파 파샤자야 파파 성kel로 제메 던다 갱거란다 치토 쩐로 못던 키던다 솔로 파파 시치 더도 파파 그 터치에다 커서 그자 커서들 한거 나서 나를 데마크 솔로 너무 소자도 다나 셔티 초카힐 말에 초간도사 로케레 나서 제멘도사 로케레
아니 김해망체시래
소자들 나도 퍼퍼스게 송거 나서 여자들 하마티 탄체 셔사티 송거 강가자 꾸지 마스지
we were taken to China. It's a place called Changshita, which the Chinese call as Changshita, but in Tibetan it was Gothok Gyabo. It was an isolated region with no villages around, and we were imprisoned right high on a hilltop. All the political prisoners, women in one room and the men in another, and there were 300 women, and we were housed in a very huge room like this, and we were not given food, and the little food that we received was sort of a very watery corn powder soup, about a glassful, as you can see the glass here, and after swallowing the soup, if you put your fingers around to check if there were any residues, you would see that there was nothing left. It was that watery, and then in 1 year, so many people died. And as I look on, I could see someone dying, just moving their lips because they couldn't, shout. And they were saying, give me something to eat, give me water. And some of them who could were, muttering the name of His Holiness. And then His Holiness is here, and I can swear on him that we ate the shoes that we wore on our feet, and after having eaten the shoes, we were barefoot, and then of course we couldn't eat our clothes, and at that time, I thought I was going to die, and then I prayed to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tara goddess, and once when I did it, I was slapped right and left by the Chinese who saw me, and he said, are you still practicing the dharma? And then still I knew there was God and that these people were lying, and it was His Holiness and the goddess Tara who saved me, because in those 3 years, among the 300 women prisoners, it was only I and 3 other women who survived. And these 3 women survived because they were, given the task of looking after some pigs, and these women survived eating the food that were given to the pigs.
And you were one of these women.
Yes, I and 3 women.
And what kind of food was that you ate?
Corn powder.
Corn powder.
Yeah.
Corn powder. Okay. And how long did that suffering, were you in that prison?
Tsonga dinala lo sum shura amla.
Lo nyuka tadin duzre.
Metanda di kime sumya yoni.
Otogon losu gtsela tachi shiti tani shadori. Tani ngamachiga tani ngaru demaga sol. Tani ngadani koto shipo de tmana tani shotara. Domana nriyo ke ngatata ngai mik ngil ngarno khata. Tana zadi ngaropa kanga tana zadi shandro di la. Nzambelil tana yo mare ma to che ma ye kombo so siena shishima to roko roto chena se la chame o tu ponyo nga so pe pa la tu po tana tani thache tana nzambelil to che ma ye tana tani shake za toni nzambelil nga tani kora jondo ti sukti ko komanga tana nga so pe pa la tu po tana che Nata ro sombano nga to shere nga mik nil rinkena na dre nga ta ze nga sombano tanda triga ta.
So everyone died in those 3 years I was there in that prison, and I can still, when I talk to you, I can still see the women dying. It's terrible.
Let's take a break. That she is honoring their memory by telling their story, because they could not tell it. Okay?
Yeah. Amra ende lagi tu ta amla ta mi mangbu chong roala and chong et sone ta lugyu song ya mediu kana ta amla gi thanda khunju gi chedu lugyu song go yorwa ta tipe masigi ya ko res roa khunju le chedu res amla thanda chale song ya do zo.
Yes.
Tuni
Please.
ta nga she is here. Lo soria. Lo sogonola. Ta Nimatila nga to popa sinki cheme so nga ke je nga to tere cheme je ore je te ore te nga to pano shasandor geshi lama te shil pesas matanda te mandami matan osenga lokelo te ni muboyo nga to hako maria te te tishu nga to anaja te jamo karo kunto zasa anga Gemo ho teni leje de palandro salandro mangi ducha saji ngolo pa ducha zen tanga sore koto kate lonki ma ducha ta ma aja tata tomu ho ge jogi ma chin chji ni tu o tata shati ta nya der hol mare aya ta Mangi ducha ta ko ta hati the shata tanga so ma chaji mes manga ta pek sa chali ar thati titil khorozo ge chaji kanda re je na aya ta kiche boi nga so bepa ta saji ta chaji tempa kanga ma thonche ta mala se dini ta pa chuchi zelo khato ko hoso te dini ta jazo nga so beri de menkezo deni jamu khoroso ngot nga so beba de menkezo chuchuze ga hakko 말이야 nga so chebo던 셔차레zo koso gato che deni nga so sambano deni nga chenda sambano trezizen nga korbo de che tata ko jolo bo che lonkhayal goje ta phaiyan rochul Deni anda tete pano dana satanda kucho dana chigasa dana arajana ngako rapa deni ma thonche deni rochangke dana phego odi ni je atete rapa ta pate kuru napo anda re napo go yuzna napo na cha rotoje gota chobore nugo zapota pato re rpa chanto re tana pu ngazi ngaho dana dupo anda je hoti ngana pele al chando nga johar bo chel nga gata gi nga haso ga dunga nga johar bo chel nga sheli ko nga shi nga gare nga langka ga mari den chama to nga daso khosol sita so dupo tanare shathi tangar ma shaya rol nga johar bo chel chatong kezo nga tata nga johar bo chel chato nga tsulo ko chiwono 근데 그 치수세도 커솔로 타고 이제 러서 제빠질니 제빠정한 무슨 칼론드라 문다는 년어서 다 커서 트로고 또 커서 커서 자사쇼 나는 트로고 저도 어서 두포도 나가티 얘네 트로네가 가서 배발 단다가 두포도 터체 맹케서는 봐 Tani lo chuchuze ham ko surde. Ta bel lo chuchuze ya loga. Ta thanje ko rog mes ajo. Nga pepa yi so se ya log shurde. O ta ko so ko tomare nga so demba di ulre. Kacha demba shena.
So in those 3 years in prison, only the 3 big herders and I survived. And one day I saw that one of the geshis had died, and then we saw that there were a lot of people who had gathered there. We didn't know there were people in the region, and then there were the Chinese officials all laughing and moving around, and they were claiming that 12,000 Tibetans political prisoners had died there, and these were the reactionaries who opposed the Chinese. And so only a few of us had survived, and then we were to be taken back to Tibet. While we were walking down, around the corner, around the bend where there was a sort of a water hole, I saw that all my colleagues' dead bodies had been dumped there. And then I could see their bones with the skin, it was almost black in color covering the bones, and there were the huge skulls lying around. And then, I prayed for all the dead. And then, the Chinese, what they claim is that, these older Tibetan have been killed, have died, and the younger children, they do not know much about Tibet. So these children will be educated and they will become like Chinese. They will no longer be Tibetans. And then, I cried because of the suffering the whole of Tibet has gone through. And then I prayed and told the dead, that
That's right. God.
I would tell your story to His Holiness, and that I would, I must, and I would, and I prayed for the dead, and we have the truth on our side still, So I was able to come here and then, speak, be the voice for those who died.
Amala, you are fulfilling that story one more time, fulfilling that promise one more time.
Amlagi thaya pedu gane susugi rokpa mango chongrwa en konzule tu melam kyöning e krang zu lu yu ding e pa she tu ba chi go song yorwa ding e ma song yor de tan tan do yanggyo gi ta yang do yanggyo teng ma chi song yor de sa
nga tiri holo tuji chejeli yedi nga make mashaku nga to pe momo dunga nga shetono tini nga pe sambano nga michi mukho rugo munga tini gunda tini tuti hoga tenda nga to ropazono pepa de lengire ngama tete tete chapa jonke yu mare lontre shenke yu mare jam kharso lapanore.
So she is in fact very grateful to you today, for her being able to talk about her story. Yes. And she said, I cannot control my tears, and she's sorry for that. But then she also said,
That's too much.
Yeah, she.
wait, just a minute.
She also said that in those days there were no media they could talk to, you know. Yes.
nga 그 chol 시에는 당 nga 그 더니 뭐나 흐볼 켈리 차들에 nga 장rum보질 가 장rum보질 다 허리 즈보고 잘 말해도 허리 슈보제건 쳐서 더니 커솔 시에즈도 당 근데 간둘레 슈보젤 nga 더니 나시들 nga 그더니 루터레 허 투지체 nga 좀벌릴 또루 자모 커도 그 리사티 또루 nga 까자 뎀바시에는 nga 뎀바 덴토가 nga 까자 뎀바시에 마길 연대요 말해지 자모속 짜지시에 마비시에 연대 쳐보래 거속 짜지 쪼쪼던 탕아마 꾸번롤레지 nga 그 뎀바들 마기 cấp 그 뎀바다 배박 뎀바 이제도 저마 터치 하고 그래 허 차도서로 투지체
So yes, I have sworn to the dead that I would tell their stories, and then it is also that His Holiness has advised me to do the same. And today I'm very thankful to you for giving me this chance. And then you should broadcast my story, this story to the world, to the Chinese, because I'm uneducated and I know nothing but to speak the truth. While the Chinese are, highly educated and they are always lying, and their lies will, be revealed.
Yeah. So, what happens next? Also, do you think glasses? Should we ask her to take them off? Does she need her glasses?
Mixie ma amla, jinshi ma pina dire.
Photo would make some difference.
Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, just for
So
I
she
thought
is,
black.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It was just I was worried about the flash. So
What happens
yes, we are. I think we need to say yes. We are actually hoping to translate these stories into Chinese and make them available to all the next generation of Chinese, so they understand what really happened.
nganzu la chashi years amlage lukyu dongzu changma nganzu gyake gyayina la pha gyurne ani gyami choge thongya gi thenda la ya
투지체 nga shena 그래 nga 마기 shena 로디 nga 로파제 그 로지디 시사로는 투지 nga 좀벨릴 nga 거라죠 nga 시야 티지라 nga 좀벨릴 그 모모 nga 자꾸 쩍은 티지 모모 터치 nga 로파서 모모 터치 nga 사야 모보 nga 난두오래 nga 루라서 두오래 nga 여게세 그 조쇼요 제로까지 뎀바레 어야 되니 더 흐보제 랭이래 셔타들에 nga 마샬 하올 여러분이 nga 셔보건 처이제지도 뎀바레 nga 마셔고 시사로는 nga 들이 빼 투제체들이.
So today I would like to thank you very much that I'm able to tell my story again before my death, because I'm speaking for my colleagues who died. And, when I went to toured about 10 countries, and many come to my home here and they say that they support me and that they know I speak the truth.
Okay, good. Amala, at that time when you were suffering so much, what were your thoughts and your feelings about the Chinese?
Di kawla amala dupu mangbo nyangdu kanerwa and amala gi tu nalia gyami dunzula kariraji amala tu la gongu duesa
nga teni jam을 컨트롤하고 늦어 컨트롤하고 jam을 이거래 nga 로니 그 짜딘 두즈레 jam을 그nga 간다 시에노 nga 닝어 커서 니니저 자무 작게 저는 화강에 로데즈를 가서 배박에는 곧독 거래지 까짜 시에노 독도 철lun케나 과레지 먹거지 과갈레 커서 시에세도 짜지레 어야 가서 그때 뎀바레 나 더니 과말이 잠을 컨트롤하고 누지 디 자가세 정하름 보친지레 정하름 보친알 간다 수티제는 다 jam을 컨트롤 맞아지 jam을이라 ngaso 그더니 jam을이라 대친조게레지 ngaso 배발라 로터게레지 이 컨트롤 마보서도 뒤쳐레면서 Jamarilo kunto maza muzo jamarilo hondra chea je kontre mabuso ko kol kapana majene chumare je jamarila tini tanche shen gamare monsol njogere je ngaso pebala tini rote thogere je ti tanda so ti jar bochi topo nga ngaso lo dupo tanda so nyoti kende nga tanda su to so tase anamati teni nga tulo ko chimo boja kende nji kamo bo rore teni nga sonna tozi kende nga to roche to maredo vumi lo leta teni nga gamati nga to roche to mai vumi lo le chazare teni kende ka vumi lo le na jamala de chinzore nga to roche to maredo phongkha vumi lo le na Vomelolena, Gamarilla de Chinzores, Zombalila teni, Tandraka teni, Shadere, Montuo Mares, Pepata, Jamini Handrol Mare, Vomelole, Angaso Pankaka, Vomelolena, Mashal Mare. Pinga sonoto, ai, Kandeka the Dembare, Naso, Toboku, Naso, Jamajo, Tutil, Naso, Matanda City. Tahu matanda zona thanche tanda shandol resu ngaru no mage zapog no machata ngashona to bemen sopa ko kangal gamu khoso joshu roche to mare so nga amerika phoro kapo kai nga lapa kandarazi bito gele ngani kacha chete roche to mai dezi ta mare tandras nga kat manyeta jor bo chekata druli tano vomi lo lena Pebala de chinzu, Jamala de chinzu, Jamari yopo yilre, ngaso tenko no nyombore, kontesol gamare, ngaso Jamari, ngaso lonyo katin duty, Mari, ngaso Jamari to Peba Mari, anda santo sa childra, tenko no dezi, kontre mabuso to duchore, Jawarum Pocheka de Dembari. Ta Jamari la monsolanja. Ateni zombalil shedega pepala rogo thana ngaru mage mahakul jorumbo chete te patala lu pel rogo thatibe nga shemani yenga melo jandu yoze pomu thuje cheta nga moze sheti.
Yes, I was very angry with the Chinese, and even looking at them, I was very angry during those 27 years in prison. And Chinese would tell me that my head was like, a stone, because how much ever they told me, I did not understand. But actually, when they are lying, why should I try to understand them, So, and when I came and met His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he told me that I should not be angry with the Chinese, and then because he told me that the Chinese people as such are not bad. It is only the red communists whose ideology is bad, and that I shouldn't be really angry with the Chinese people. And then when I went around the Tsugla Kang, and when I said my prayers, and when I thought over, I think he is right. Though we have suffered so much, now if we go on, and seek for complete independence, there might be more death later. And initially, yes, I was against the middle way, and I even went to the around the White House carrying a flag and saying that Tibet needs complete independence, along with the Tibetan Women's Association and other associations that stood for complete independence. But His Holiness the Dalai Lama said, if we went the middle way, there would be peace in the world. The Chinese people would also find happiness as the Tibetans, and we will not be losing any more lives. So I think in a way that he is right. And now I too prefer the middle way, because it's only the red communists that's bad and not the Chinese people. And my last prayer is that, during my lifetime, Tibet should be able to gain independence, and then that His Holiness should be able to go back to the Potala Palace.
Beautiful. And What would you like the Chinese people to understand about Tibet, the people themselves of China? What message would you like to give them?
The gyami mimang chi yorwa gyami mima and gyami mimang gi ane ta amla gi kunzu la chik lap cha da wish gyap go go na rwa amla kunzu khari gyap go gor gyap na ya po yore thengi dwesa gyami mimang kyuma la ya ta gyami ngune chi yorwa mimang ji dilaya
khotola tini nga chada je sangase nga mathu to ma nga zena na ngene rone ka tini chero soyeno tini monso njan gareze kontre mapo so tini gyoza mase a shwa gogo yo mare a tini dupo nyol re hoso momol dekinzo momol rogo thon zomba liga tini momol rogo ngaze monso reze jamo khere to tendare nga so pepala dupo tendate tendaze ndul rela ta monso njana na pe tini jamala dekinzo re thachela dekinzo re teni nga so Dalai Lama kono jamala dekinzo gi teni ngoma che ko jamala monso njagi ze tenda yopo so shul de ja kontre mapo so ko hosol teni ngoko o Dalai Lama ko zetala o jama yeno teni tochi te pepa sal ndu mucho ze tenda ko chadro zot ze Dalai Lama ko kare jama ndu mucho jam thache mala ju 어제 여러분이 tanda 수시올 말에 자머리라 데킨조기 페발라 데킨조기 여러분이는 전부 리리오 말에 단 전부리 그 따마천라 퍼신 그 학골은 전부리 그또 자마 모모로 거치시올 말에 야데시야 사살로 신투즈들 사살로 배초카소도 로 신투즈들 그또 그더니 비로들래 날 하나 다루살로 자체티 약응알제 teni mana tei to doze Dalai Lama ko lopa ngaso jama kanga segi jama je pepa sa jan du mucho ze Dalai Lama re Dalai Lama ko khata to shingo ze jamari tena je jamari je pesamba du shingo ze Dalai Lama te tenda jisu Dalai Lama ko tenda imare jamari la dekin zogi ta pepa ma roche to mare to vomilule jamari le sono to zambelele shedego se sono to tenda zodi to koi kochi shul mare tanga jamal thunu nga anda za sheso da hoto ngoko wal mandro Dalai Lama yo pore atini ai me zambelele tra atini hoto jam kontre mapo so ngoko shinga hoto monso njana hoto dekin zol reze jamari kontre mapo so goncha uno hoto seje to sere jaza nyase shebo nyako mare hoto monso njagil reze nga jal tanda ze nga tata ja anayo nga gata che tanda she nga anal daru sandutil yaro bochen jikandra nga kaitega nga jamazel tanda she shu nga tata pajo nga nor moboyo jamazel tanda she ka jamazel hito hi koso Dalai Lama yichi yut ja kontes koso lotini Dalai Lama dupore ze koso yichi yu kontes mabosore koso mareze jamari pet nomba moboyo shinga tanda re nga tanda she sanga koso atayina jamari thanchil konkeza 투지 제 아자 허루 앉아서 되니 잠머리 턴칠 공개지도 허루 치레 허루 다다 시보글 시말라 시보글 근데 까드 룰레 배머리를 니게 가서 두포냥 계절 패턴 허루 치서 가서 나나 거라고 많은데 이게 말이 허루 에다 레까드 티는 또 치레 허 투지 제지 컬러
If I could meet the Chinese, I would tell them that democracy will bring them happiness. And, the communist government can only kill people, cause suffering, and confiscate your properties. And in this whole world, there is democracy, and it's only China that has communism. And I would tell them that if you adopt the democracy, you will find happiness. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama wants happiness not just for the Tibetan people, but also for the Chinese people. And I would tell them that the communist government is deceiving you, and because the communist government is really deceiving its people. When recently, I heard from a Chinese that back there, the Chinese claim that His Holiness the Dalai Lama has announced all Chinese who live in Tibet that they should go back to their country. But actually it is not so, because His Holiness hadn't said that. In fact, he only seeks happiness, for not just the Tibetans, but even for the Chinese too. And he is, being given so many awards in the world, so people know that. And these things are not heard by the Chinese because the government doesn't let these news reach them, And if I could, meet anybody even now, I would tell them, do not get deceived. Democracy will bring you happiness. If you don't believe me, you can ask the world. Because communism just kills and confiscates people's properties, and then it brings only unhappiness. I would be, in fact, very happy to speak to Chinese and tell them this. And there are some Chinese people who are Buddhists, and they come to meet His Holiness, and after that they also come and meet me, and I tell them that His Holiness hasn't said such things, and they said that yes, they believe His Holiness, and I would like to thank you very much for letting me speak about this, and then you should let everyone in China hear about this.
Okay.
And your work is like the dharma work.
How do you think the Dharma would help Chinese people? The teachings of the Buddha, how would it help the Chinese people?
nang ba sang ye gi church yorwa and digi gyami mangla khandis pen thog resa.
Tata jano lo nomba ti tati le re jano ka topo nga solo bela de jano bo che ko suda nga su cha ha ko do re chi topo ta sa jano re ze teni tenani ya le teni nga so pe pa ta ga re ze tatandra tata jano lo nomba de khati muti le re nomba che mo ta che chi zo tanda re shul jamari tan jawan ro ta che re Nere jamari tache ko nombal gashul atene tanda zodilo jamari nga tsenko no nyompo ndudre nga kuru nga kacha demba masa nga jamanda chaje nga schedule mare asa lunto no kacha demba mashena nga janro bo che kal ngal re jakhato ngal ze jamo nga to tsemba tsanze ngo zel jamo gningo to jatre Ama Adhe. Teti nga ama mare nga tsu Adhe ze. Ko topo ko moche jojo nyompo yi ze moche to. Jamo motu shinga. Japare ze jamo moche to te japare mutsu. Jano kuma de yopo re mutsu. Moche to japa za goz re ze. Teni ko jonro. Jako chobo to teni pala chuchu to za. Teni jano ganga tan cho. Teni 어떤 cheze sogo tonche de teni maze de se teni mozo de teni tata mozo jinro mozo teni yal yano teni jakwa tiza mano yano jakwa tiza jakwa chuchu ganga de tenda zo se teni no jeta za teni nyeto mozo chobo de policy tenda zo di ekuru ngene trone nga chama de masreme tenda zo di Contrata chaparego ade contrata le odiol mare chapare dan tangama ko tenko no chutize deni tangaso deni tendra ko demba sheli tena chapaze deni jakwa te da policy deni ngoma che ga taso pebanda dingaso jakwa tanche de se jetan chu deni ngoma che ga jeri jetan chu deni ngoma che ga momo de deni mozo deni chapa hu chobo cho deni tendra re gol re ngene drone ko khonga nashi de tenda re do da nga so de khoten ko no chuti se de ni tenda so di zenke tanjen ko nga ta jano da thu nga ta nga no ya nga she so de tenda nga jaze le sheri tenda re ze ko so jamri yo po yize de di konte ta kanda ti nga so pepa ta ti pare jeri chat phan chu mari ma de momo to ko mo zo ta ko te so de cha ta nga ta chi ti lo she mo zo aya ho Pomo londo guta nyok melo ho nga tiri sheti nga samba deta nga khana lo de
His Holiness, the Dalai Lama earlier used to say that the Dharma first flourished in China, but I didn't know at that time, but it was true that the Buddha Dharma first began in China and then it gradually came into Tibet. And I do believe there will be change in Chinese because there are many Chinese who embrace Buddha Dharma and they believe in it. And there was one particular Chinese when I was in prison, and he told me, that Mao Zedong and the communist Chinese are like bandits. They exploit the smaller countries, killing its people, confiscating its assets, and then they started the People's Liberation Army, and then gradually they were able to expand their country. So really, the communist Chinese are bandits. Because all they do is, they expand and then confiscate the poor people of the smaller countries, and that's how they became strong. And actually, the people of China, they also suffered like the Tibetan people did.
We left off your personal story when you mentioned that over 12,000 prisoners had died in that prison where you were. Can you tell us what happened to you after you left that prison? You were transferred.
Amla thangi ngansu gi zongang gi tungju wala didi gane ta amla phagelia pheba khasa chapsi chomba tongra chungyi ji shirwa endi jela amla da nam khashi ji zongane ma tangswa endi ne chene ni khawa phere
Teni ngaso tare gazo mare tendaso ta jenkononi nyemubu 잼바 모부 그냥불 teni ngaso chashi 잼바 요 로케서 들 따투 dana mo tindu dana tindu nga pegwali dana ti shojelo mondu di leka lechi teni ngaso 잼바 tu girea la pani dana paka cheso ser mo 잼바 tu chomare dana leka lechi teni gunda dana gosu ngaso nolu jo teni kaja chechi 고제 따요 포레 자롬 보체 두포레 되니 sak 켈레레 내가 저 가자 무시레 나 동거 터세던 거거니레 던라서 나서 잼바데 흔냐완데 두포뇨 셰셰 또 눈에 저 눈에 로네 그에 보면 그 롬보치 나시 어노니면 커져 안다서 커져 어레 아나피지 ana jo ata nake toni menke sadre du tini lapani ta andazo onol yal ata tapak do yela nol yal sho ana la med yal tawagun kezo anolo ngaso sebe yo sebe para kotonde tawad tani bunte moto jemba kanga shandro tini mala tapate le nga kere marea jemetel tanda khoto kalmanin kir tanda 그 chetor
di losum zongana shusa delarwe
todi to chemajere loni ko tardin du satunore
tadi jema tanda losum ne ma tangrwa amla
lo suni ta khboje de mana yo nga so yal ga sa pek sa jal gre pek
di zongana la
ah deni pek sa jal gre deni tempa mobo yo renda서 mobo 더그노를 차시 잼바도 로케서서 데니 더그노로 차시 잼바데 칼머니 까짜 니로 무서나 디탄라그 니다 또래 니다 또
So then we were brought to our prison in Tibet, and the political prisoners were separated from the other prisoners, and we were guarded by Chinese on all four sides and not even allowed to answer nature's call, and those political prisoners who did not pay obedience to the Chinese, they were made to suffer like it was hell. Needles were pushed into our nails until they came out from the joints, and I was slapped on my cheek so much that my right ear is damaged, and then we used to also be hung up, with our hands tied at the back, and then a fire was lit, and then chili peppers were thrown into the fire so that we would find it difficult to breathe, and people would be like urinating in their clothes. So that was how we suffered.
And these were all sufferings that you also personally endured.
아니 아말라레 딘데 중르베 단다 갸블로 락바담 야 토갈게. Yes, yes.
What gave you strength to endure these sufferings?
Amla 딘데 takang에 슈크체보 중르와 아말라레야 dunzu 강에 키투야라 뉴바 칸데스 중수에서
Natanda duponya teninga na jakache nga dupo thanche te kandela yarumbo chetana yuti nga chache chilo kandela ani duponya ati shedi kandega lontra chapo dana yo nga kecha shese tano so tini nga to jule chadro jetia dana zodil tini nga kandela thanche Shesaro Lotzi del Rea. Tini nga dupo nga tenko no dupo nyoji kanga Shesaro at the dead letos rea. Tanga shendron at the dead hall rea. Ni rea. Tanga schedule and zombelil under the tini ngomajiko anani jamilindo jamujo kate cho tini jam korosol share. Ateni jamso keli mocheto reze koso meze tini yalogodi Denmark tizi hole tizi forest tizi America ti Canada inji lupa jabe kanga dunga de sheto teni nga thancheto tanga khano ngene tone nga khando no at de khajol mare tanga keja tanga de shetsa tanga jarum bochel thancheto jetsa 다는가 신을로 대서 되니가 zpoyal 칼로 자치자 nga zpo duporia mniso 칼로 쳐지나 사 그때 발레자नो 다른 엄마 제가 발레자사 요 안에서 쳐전투 막대 zpo야 포레는 다른 거 마셔kul로 John Bochete Tebatala, Jupel, Dechin Zoti, Anjono Kona, Deninga Lich, Titipenga Hamaneso, Tenga Kala Moposa, your under the Chakate, your Kala Moposa, Somba Shiposa, Dulo Fumaji, a Tenisapol Neamanga, Natatanda Sehu Passe, at the late his 2G chair, that there is Holo touch at the Shesaro, Yunga Samba Gareti.
When I came to India, I was able to meet His Holiness, and then for 1 hour I spoke about my suffering to him, and he recorded everything on everything, and then later this was a broadcast, and that day I felt very satisfied. And the next satisfaction that came about was this book here. That's number 2, and then I was able to go to many countries like Germany, where I was able to speak with the Chinese face to face, and then they said, that it was not them but Mao Zedong who did everything. And then I toured Denmark, France, Holland, England, Japan, and the USA, and then I was able to speak about my story. And now I feel that even if I die, my book will not die with me. And then after this satisfaction came about, I began to eat well, because I thought I must build up my body, I must not die, until His Holiness can go to the Potala. Yeah. And today, when I speak to you and tell you my story, I feel another satisfaction.
We feel the same satisfaction of appreciation.
And morange tari amlagis to lugu korwa ane epeki budulas.
Do you think we should wrap it up here or talk more about her prison? Because she left us in that terrible situation.
That 27 years.
Yeah. You were in prison 27 years, Amala, and when you came to Tibet, how many years were you in prison in China and how many in Tibet? Do you remember?
Amla Tsongana la Shuyorwa, Tsongana la Kiana la Lokhazu da Puna la Lokhazu resa.
Tienkono mala rodi ngachok ngajelo tienkono tizreze. Dini malando mana tachendo zesa tuno lotsinduzi ize. Deni malando tatanga ropa kanga tundosa ja ke Changshita nga so beba ngoto jabo sa lo sundu zi Deni yalgo yo tatendo lo yo lo sundu zi Deni yalgo beba ga sajal manya ranga khaze sa lo Deni lo nyaka ada Tade the Tibetan on duty. Then you must still Xiaoping. Oh, that chassis temper kanga rochu. That chassis temper the tuli the Malcata pagadi. A 30 naso 30 pe naso tenkono udila, naso gento and dalmare, silly fences and a gamo yunkere. Da gamo yo mare yatani chonyon rochu, the Xiaoping carry. Tani nga so tiga tani nga so tani kecha shede tani Xiaoping kari chopore Xiaoping pai to ti tanda je ja kontre mapu so leje te gagmandu nga so tanda tang ka ching he so a kontre Xiaoping Xiaoping kari nga so pai ro chore je du pa na po za ndu to tani nga so te la she tani te pai te se Xiaoping kari is
It was in 1958 that I first went to prison. The first year I was in Tarsido prison, and then 3 years in the prison called Changshita, where all my colleagues died, and then again another 3 years in Tarsido, and then in Tibet a place called Minya for about 27 years. And then one day, when Deng Xiaoping announced that all political prisoners would be released, and then we were ecstatic about it, but we saw that the communist officials did not like it.
So the 27 years, that is a lot to describe, but can you tell us what some of your circumstances were like for those last segments of years in prison?
Thalo ni shu tsabdun tsongana la na tatape masi thuju yun ringbo roala ina amla gi nganzo le ya thama dewa gi deshe ti ji ji kyoro chi sa tsongana khanje chungi yeme la
chero ko sombano kanda tino tatanga masha na ndu reze nga sheje ron gamondu hurunga tratale chi a nga sheyi tini tenkono lo ina tini ngene trone ko tini da niegula chese nila lekale a tedala tini ngene trone tatanga shea di ana mo shojel mo du tini enda paka chetu no rogo mel tanda tini nolga ta nolga tini kacha she khatu ja pembo de tanandu ngacho anandu chi tini chese nila sheshe rol tetila Dalai Lama duchore America duchore shjo khote duchore yenala atano ni phalo ngaso toyo na kono ta shogo ko tochbo the tro di phal ta dil yino khamu sheno samu di reze ta chokono phena menrol re tatanda reze gajol mareze cheroso yarbo che gajo mare America ko chothe mare shjo ko chothe mare cheroso ko tini kontre tal gunda thuti nga hosol ngolo zaje den rimati gunda thuti tangangi ne ko kontre tal gashagali nga yopo zali jen tini hosol rolo yopo tatareze mut ti khosol ko che ogoson hoso malonyua reze malonyua nga so tanda chojo she chese nilendu teni chese nilendu sare teni ti malani te shokealo nga so gepo gemore tati nga to tati lochure andas I se andas mostejo gepo gemote rochire ja kubal karate ja teni zamate za teni lele gere lele no mosteto no nima mabore ze lele gere te nga so leji tromare kana tore ze lendo zo ta hokere le to ya ze na nga so leji kana nga so leshi mare 디 그쪽 뭐제도 다다 되니 니만한다 이제 잠을 정거 더더 렌도자 이제 잠때 그때 레르레 된마 쳐서 가서 렌도자 가서 대시 말에 대미시를 할로 독은 거 따라래 독은 거 어야 독 파우도 철루는 놀는 롤 말에 헐까지 쳐대시는 놀는 만도 독은 거지 링말로 슬리펜지 이제 가모기 두포 흔냐만데 ngal khajamande ngene prone ge jor boche de demani ge solo nga chenge ma lege nga tar anda zo kacha she de ni ngoma che ge zombele she chose de ngaru chenge ma lege ngaru ino de hki mang nga ta ino nga daran ga ma kha jor boche te patala lu yitimis nga dupo tanda nyoti nga shmati tanga ma kha su nga tanda ge puban thod pomu
So I'm alive now, and I'm happy to speak to you if you ask me any questions. So when I was in the prison, we had to work for 2 hours, and there would be 4 guards to guard us, when I told you that we were not even allowed to go and answer nature's call. And then once we were taken inside, there were 2 hours of interrogations. And during that time, they would tell us that His Holiness the Dalai Lama is bad, the USE is bad, and foreign countries are bad, and that they were like pointing to a picture of tiger on a paper. They would say they are like paper tigers. Once you throw it in the water, they are nothing. And then they told us that if we had belief in His Holiness or the USA or other countries, they would not come to our aid. And the best thing for us was to accept and seek forgiveness from the communist China. And they told us that if we really believed that they would come to our help, that we were dreaming. And then even the old people, those who were in the prison, were made to exercise by marching around the prison. And then we had to sing a song which in Chinese, which said that Mao Zedong is like the sun and the sun is red. And then we did not know how to sing these words, and we just sort of sang along with the other people. And when they told us to sing, sing singly, then we did not know. And then they would tell us that our head was like a stone. If you pour water over it, it does not seep through. So, and even after suffering so much, I did not die, and it was my destiny that I would, go to the world and speak about it.
Yes, it was. Did you ever think of taking your own life because you were so exhausted from the suffering?
Ta amla ta bet kungé shibuji nyang yorwa ta kungé nyang yige ene tuzu chikla ya ta chik ngarang shishago mendo samya dinde samlu koryo na amla dungé shibush nyang yorwa en dungé nyang tane tuzu chikla ya ta ngarang shishago mendo samya dinde ten yo na
어떻게 대체로 다 당하루 셔레 소티 내내 소티 가서 땡코노도 터치 셔러야 대티 땡하루 데마서 또 대자로 보실서 또 땡하다 진거마 시에들에 던다서 그 땡하루 셔야 거고만도 대니데 다 덕그 대체로 마셔는 당가 셔사 뭔가 소다 성을 삼바노 던다 트레드 대티를 가루 당내내 셔레 소티 또 째르메레 ropa kangana shati tangaru shareso tangaru shandona jor boche da demag drindol sonduzila ngal shayamandu
amla rangirwa susu so rangshigya
so tia de tiselo ngine nga shaso sangado nga so chese pejana pomo at krayo mare tuni 급하세죠. 어떤 혹을 호도요 말이야. 통치 하나 셔서니 봐. 제코는 지어오디. 별 급한데나서 깨도는 도세요 말이야. 저는 말이야. 이 시선들로 서면도 무슨 셔송게 tempo 못 본거 다 dun가냐 포아트엔 두지 나 로소티야 나말 셔치소도 셔세가 라짜면 거.
when many of my colleagues died then, I thought I would also die. I told you about it earlier, but when I didn't die, when I didn't have enough food to eat, now I think I will not die now. And in those days, many prisoners thought of, committing suicide. But once you were in the prison, we did not have even a piece of string with us. We did not have this waistband. We did not have the strings on our boots, and we did not have knives. There were no means you could kill yourself with.
Before the Chinese invaded Tibet, was suicide ever a common practice among the Tibetans?
Pö nalia gemi male ngöla rwa amla. Pi kableya pö nanglolia pömi so rangshi kyap laya dinte yorwe.
Tun ko manyu?
I've never heard about it.
No. Have you heard about the young Tibetans who have been immolating themselves, and what do you think about that?
Amalagi any pöba dinte mangbo so me pani rang so gyön suwa. Tunzu korla amala khari tengi dues. Khari kongi dues.
Tata pelo ayo.
You mean now that's happening in Tibet? No.
Tata pelo ta nga anjo no kogo to ni lunto no xie o ta ni kejo tanda gulo chuchu tanda ko meso jozo tanda meso ani jozo kejo jozo meso jozo nga pe samba no lo tini nga ru tini nga so ke anda za ne che da anda so o te so no tsa ye gid ta zupo te meso jo ta tu ngoma che ti jal ngoko zo no jor bo che kan do jamul ngolo mnizer ya ta ro so che ro mano che metu ti te du zo be lil ga manyu ke oro tu azol reso te nga demba mem ti tu lo kundro chembi zo te ni khoso ko phana pa je la tan ro te ni melo jo te ni ngaru no te ni pe somba chopung ngaru dupo te nya chazre ta khoso lan danda ga shin ga so re te ni nga ta yino te danda ga khpo je lan chaza te ngaru te je no te tu lo kundro re te ni chembi zo la che khoso khpo je la pe thogi je te ni ta sa ni so jong ki je la te ni ngoma je zomba li la te ni ngene trone ga nga e po nga ka rumbo che na shi nga jo mana me so jo yana me so jo ta pel dupo tanda nyo shur nga anan chenye ha kwa gemba chenye ta su ona lota chobu zanga amerika lota to kono ge zanga tingal ka cha tong ke ti nga je kuji tanga ma ke ma shapula nga nye so jo ma to nga ta chi thro ozo nga phana nendi jang so go sa no nga se chang go za nga khalo ma za nga shchi li je to ta ga se ama nye to ko chze nga ga ta che tang ko so ze o ta haru ngo ma je lon thom bon dare ta ho go so po chal ma re nga ta na shin ro no ti mai de la phe za ma tho re nga tha che gan nga ha ko nga samba no tanda ko ko so shin ro re nga dunga zang ga to tere nga lan che nya ge ge ze ama cheron ram gita ta cha ke jo to rumpo che to masun che phana nendi jan to go sa ning to cha je jo cha zo ta har magita ta har le je ndu je nga le jo shu.
When I heard about young monks and young nuns, immolating themselves, I am very, very saddened because I have, suffered also. And there is, nothing worse and more desperate than this, because if you touched a hot vessel, how much pain we feel, so I'm really saddened. And what I do is that when I go around the Tsuglakang, I make offerings for the dead, and then I pray for them. There is a big school nearby which has an American teacher, and once he came to interview me, and I told him that I am not able to immolate myself, but I can fast. So if you take me to the UNO, I'm going to go there and fast. And they said, you are old, you don't have to do it because there are already 3 people who have decided to do it.
Did she answer? Was there suicide in Tibet? Did she answer that question?
Yes, she's
There-
never heard of
I
it.
never heard of it. Okay. Ama, when you got out of prison, did you have a sentence and you knew how long, or were you just thinking you would always be in prison?
Amla lo mangbo zonga na zurwa di kabli ji thangbu rane lo che ji se yore gyami gi yang lo che khari chi kha ma go ba thega zonga na zu sha yore
Teti le ta lo cho nga nye sha cheti ndu gi ke tandaria nga lo teni ngoma je ko topo ku nga la ta horu mananda lo cho nga la ndu teni nga ko joke mo pol rea nga ngolo dok ku rea je tanda so di nga kwa male teni no da te ko no ndu re te sho pe me no nga ru me se te ko no ndu ya rea.
So in those days there were different sentences like 10, 15, 20 or life sentence, and mine was 15 years. But when I was in the prison, they found me stone-headed, and after that it was almost like I was going to be a life prisoner until Deng Xiaoping's announcement came.
Amala, what made you be considered stone-headed?
And amalagi amitsugi kya go the daughter would do slavra the kunzu kare chini lagi yore amalaleya
Pa koso ko kecha mobo sherea kecha mobo she na tini ngala nga koso she se nga ko yol mare nga koso cha ti she je nga ni ni motwa dempa na ma she de cha de chu chu re kende le tini tada ko tini ramanda zo gi je nga shendo no mozo tini ta hol kacha she je mungo nake no mundo ta atong go to donanda reze ko je menke 그것도 약게 저는 화강에 로데즈는 뭐나 척갈로 척톨 도파우 쳐본가 어떤 하나들이 척을 되는 레지멘트 처레는 도파우 나는 약 화강에 로데즈 화강에 로데즈 쇼제가 녜녜서 다 닝어 떨래 다들 가서 파이 가서 배바 백게 저는 어떤 거래야 던다서니 되니 뭐마지 젠치 너무 나게 셀 dunga de nyonya ni pomo hoterika jayo po jeto thiolondo guto nyoko melu ho.
That was because I never liked to listen to what the Chinese said, and I didn't because they were not speaking the truth all the time. They would say bad things about His Holiness, which I could never accept. I would never ever accept that. So they likened me to the boulders in the river, which the water couldn't wash away.
What meaning, for somebody who doesn't know, how would you explain who is His Holiness, or why is His Holiness so important?
다 미 깡그르 부치 큐는 오마 시행에 미지 여바 이나르와 아니 딜라야 아말라게 깡그르 부치 칸데다 부치 리엘라네 데시에 경게에서
Reshe jo aizel re.
깡그르 부치 칸데다 부치나 다미 하마 공에 찍라야
nga tanda yore kande tata nga kuru shejo thancher nga kecha chocho she teri nga yo atanoni kacha she chata treni yo america hotu sanchate na gishu nelal yo nga kacha she gir tadal nga jor boche kecha teni tanda ke teni momol shede garoto jor boche ke jamala yo po girato nga sol teni tanda nga tata she di nga shona to ato 초파젤 코메야 쇼노고 루체 투마 이제르 코토 에도 코토 톨로데 뎀바리야 도 데니 나 그텐다서 코솔로 제체 타타 아나 셰제나서 요가 만라 셰레 코솔 데니 코토 가도치 코토 데니 ngo마 제고 데니 미쳤도 두포 텐다서 제메 타랑아 제메 로지 무부 코솔 셰레 데니 코토 뭐 둔로도
단다 아메리카 미든주
그래서 로투 선처때티 선처도 털이 하다래 선처도 미쳐 하티 또딜 빼어 버려 가서 짜서봐 두 분들나 그시오는 커서 로고요래 셔버려 아야 된다서 나 된다서 따따 하먹건 키라 근데 그 된다요 보수도 근데 된다래 Ateni ngene trone ko kande ngene zompelil deshin zo shadre mus nga ka chadje mare oya nga demba mus nga kande l domba mobo ga tata nga kur paltasa are anda ta jien du mus nga zesho zo no chungke nga domba ga cha nga chadje sheni mare kama joni mare chuaran thuni mare 아띵가 근데 깔 때니 간를 같은데 띵가 근데 가수다 허르 뎀바 대시안로 로레르 나까자 뎀바 대시가 되니가 그다다 톤체가 셔져데 그 옆보서세 내가 급파래가 이게는 무시래 티까자 뎀바 대시가 네 루시아제 아마 델요 루시아 지그데 코토세 그 뎀바다 되니 할 것인가
His Holiness the Dalai Lama speaks so fairly. He says there must be peace in the world, and the Chinese also need happiness. And after we finish our interview here, I have another 30 American university students who are coming to listen to my story. So also I have to go there and speak to them. And they when I talk to them, they feel our pain because they know that I'm speaking the truth. Actually, I have taken vows, and then I will never speak any untruths.
Okay. And we're going to conclude our interview, but I'm going to ask just a few more questions about Buddhism and the next generation. Okay.
Tibetan 차도 유스와 닝은래야 암라래야 낭베추다 Buddhism
and the next generation of Tibetans.
낭베추다 아니 배배슈누 다양 쉔게여와 쉔게 걸레게 테스트 티기 인사
로추추로이
로춘주기 꼴라 하나 티야 인사.
Okay. But first, I forgot to ask, what year and how old were you when you were released from prison?
단다 간디 슈야 찍제샤사 아말라 미게 쫑간에 르베까블이야 공로 가주즈레
nga tenkono malandroti lonya ka tadireze
마 르드가네
Fetile setero sango lonya ka tajende gazere
So I was 27 when I first went into prison, and totally 28 years in prison.
Okay, so 5, that makes her 55.
아말라 공롱압 중에 nga츠르베.
And what was your feeling when you were released?
ngaru yonde mer nga so peba tandare nga no shezi nga tori chur shezi nga hakko mare nga so peba ka tsum shilra
Yes, we Tibetans do not know how to keep
about
track of the dates,
Yeah.
so.
No problem. But what did she? Can she remember what her feelings were about being released?
And amla 쫑가 나라마 타 Deng Xiaoping gi ta chapsi jamba changma löbrwala bikabla amla kande gongsuwe tula kande gongsuwe.
te kono ne te shopi ga nol ro shoze nol gazi nol gati nga ko pomo ta da khashere ta lotia re me tanda nga te kono re sha suzre pomo ne chero de renga lonya ka ta dire tanda ta ka ta chero pomo re moshi to kanashi eiba ta chero pomo ga ho amare je ka ngani sisti yumuchi ke tra chobo chong Teni 사자들 그래 보모 나 뎀바시 겜바제네 요 말에 나서 파일 신호 뭐 보여래 신호 라카시와 나서 파일 신호 미쇼도 뭐든 바코 양체도 간제만체도 신호 쪼쪼 신호 간간에 잠어서 그제 자노말 커차스 어떤 신호제는 매 럿두바래 겜바는 매래 아이바 사장 너무시 그래 Tini tenraga shatutu rendunga. Tini ngala ngaka pomo ta ngala chao tenraga tini pinja moponga taho troko tomo tozo hol dupo tendanyo tahu kala yang posato koso lekandro hol kala chati sajeso hol lekam magizeta. Tini ngan mana nashi sadre khabotel. nga jakandor mandi thochi so tinga thashe che ya gazre nga to bogiti pel tanda jawandro chaza.
So then I came home from prison, and my daughter, when I first went to prison, was around a year old, and then when I came home, like she was like a grown-up girl, and they told me that this was my daughter, and and told her that I was her mother, but we could hardly recognize ourselves, each other, and we couldn't even believe, that we were mother and daughter. And when I looked in the region, there were no monasteries, and our region used to be, a complete jungle, and all the trees were cut and taken to China. The hills were barren, and I could hardly recognize the place. And then there were my daughter and many nephews and nieces, and they told me, that I should eat well, and that since I had suffered so much that there was no need for me to work. But then I had sworn to the dead that I would go to India and tell my story, and I looked for means to go to India.
And Amala, what about your son? Had he survived?
Amla pujiora pudi tanda.
But nga te konon rodi lo jereze. But nga ama jak treze nga no tha anda zan thadi jamok anda to je ti jodi papanam pen ro ama je jodom beto nga anjo no kotum tangoni nga ni go maru patro chas nga ar gore mandu.
My son, he was about 4 years old when I was taken to prison, and I remember that when the Chinese came to take me away, he clung to me, and then the Chinese kicked him away, and the last I could hear was him crying Ama, and then when I came home, he was not there.
He was not there. The next generation of Tibetans, what practices do you think would be important? What Buddhist practices do you think it would be important for them to continue to have and practice? What practices, what beliefs and teachings?
단당한주 배배로 시험 받은데 여러와 단한주 미랍 시험 봐 여러와 군주기 단당바 상계기 추 가리가리 지구래 아무라 공부도 해서
추추만 따따 나라 커서 그새 드니나 캐도 등코고치를 뭐뭐 보거서야 파이니 에 버거 추추제 그 좀 째랴 달리라마 패슈 텐데요 포레제 에 버거제 그 텐다서 달리라마 패슈 달리라마 그 센트럴로 템파쇼제 버거제 그 텐다제 신거제 째랴 니제도 로추추로 녀허 노용케도 저제 용케 또 강가 메소 저세도 니네 돈에 그때니 나서 배바지 소리 넘바다 그러면 시레니 넘바 자올 나 배바이 소 야름 보치는 막 사자를 야름 보치는 카타르루제시오레 왔다 탄다 그때니 코속이는 야름 보치를 수난다 딜 겜바노라 칠리타파 로미메 따따 하제도 그저 조조랴 디 gemba 치zo shule 치하걸 다 추추만 로 니허 로 저데 저제 다파나 뚫고 빠노 뛰도 추추 쪼쪼도 니메서 자 히슈를 뺏기 쳐버려 다 더디는 되니 가서 배박 야마가 가서 쳐보 터지도 야노차 만척지도 뚜니도 뭐 세사를 차시템바 다 추추제도 커서 라빠노 이수 그 말이야 다 추추제야로 ngoma che ta che ne so jong ke to mana ngo go zong ke te chu chu ze ya lo sing bu gen go che to shi manga ta pe ba ke ri jo to ma sa kanda zona lo jor mare nomba ta kanda zona lo jor mare ta gemba kanga mal to zona yo gemba ya jo shi ur yo chi ta shi ur to jam ke ta chi shi ur mare tenda zo dil ta lo chu chu ze nga pe ye chi u te nga me lo cho cho jon du yo ze.
When I went to the Kalachakra recently, many people from Tibet had come there, and they told me, how the little children when they play in Tibet, they play like, Dalai Lama is coming, long live His Holiness. And even the very small ones, they play that way, So in a way, I have great faith in the younger generation. Those who immolated themselves are not old people. They're like in their 17, 18, and 20s, and they have the strong belief that they are Tibetans. And also because there is no religious freedom, that these monks and nuns are, in desperation killing themselves. And they also know that His Holiness is in another land. We have no religious freedom. And, you look at the pictures that are hung up there, all of them are young people. And the Chinese used to say that we have, killed most of these old people, and after we are done with that, these little children will be in our hands. But that is not so, As you can see, it is not the old people who are immolating themselves, it is the very young ones. So in a way, there is no way the Tibetan culture and the Buddha Dharma will be lost. And the religious monasteries are being destroyed, but they are rebuilt. So I have great faith in the children.
Good. I think that's a good ending. Okay. Amala, I think we are very grateful for your story. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Amala gi tharin lugyu nganzu la songba dile ya pe masigi nganzu kabu chung sa ane amala la tuji che shuya yin sa.
We could ask many more questions, and the only question I will ask, is there something that she hasn't said or told us yet that she wanted to include?
Ta nganzu kandi shuwa ina da thando shuya mangbu pe yo re sa.
네.
Amala gi tharin nganzu chi khari leson gongya dinde shuya khari yona sungya khari yona. Khari lhaswe amla.
라.
Khari sungya khen lhaswe.
되니 다른 가서 나 도도 고도 시야 자제. 되니 많이 때 다른 대근 요래제. 나 도도 고 두쇼도 시야 살라. 나 선반을 쳐서를 해야 천다 요제는. 당가 덕그 디체를 되니 잠 커서고 뭐서 가서 좀벨릭 하고 말해제. 나 겐거래 달로 자제 자제래. 나 허보제근 쳐서 시시오래라. 되니 나 거저고도 덴바 덴토 까자는 초바면 그 던다 그 덴바디라 혼 점벨레 차도 제저도 그 지이제 잠모 커서로 차도 제저도 니이제 또도 차도 도는 허르더니 리타탈라 셔보레 세셔말라 셔보레 가서 배발로 두포 넣나서 녀슈르라 가서 로파좀 캐도 덤비 치레라 아더니 투지체 가서 근데 굴러 던다서래도 다다 셔절로 천다서 하더니 근데 배신 그 굴러 천다지노 배 땜바 차실로 배젤 둥아들 던지 근데 그 던다 그 툴카 다 근데 굴러 제지노 터치 다는가 굴러 던다래서 돈이 던다서 로슈르 그리고 근데 같은 룰을 어떠니 엄마지 그치 넘바 치도 찌빠래 여름 보시고 수도 이식 치는다 넘바 치 턴체도 치대 찌래서도 어떠니 홀 론로요고 멜로고 나그도 턴체를 찾아서 더는 어떠니 나카나로데 허루 빼요 버려지.
So I have told you the important gist of my story, and the rest can be found in my book. And I am speaking on behalf of the dead, and I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And I wish the world and China to know about it, and you to broadcast my story to them. And those who are helping the cause of Tibet are actually really practicing the Buddha Dharma. His Holiness is now so aging, but still he travels all around the world and for the cause of Tibet. And he also says that whether your religion is Christianity or whether it's Buddhism, religion is holy, and what you're doing is like practicing religion. And I pray that you will have good luck in the future for helping us.
Thank you.